are you, everybody who is watching this video? My name is Olenjolai&Nekinyi from Beautiful. Just simply call me Olenjolai. I'm going to be a teacher of this program. And I'm come from United Republic of Tanzania. This is our national flag, right? We welcome all the foreigners in our beautiful country in order to extract different issues and even to invest in because our country is one of the countries which is beautiful in Africa. Okay, I would like to welcome you into this fantastic lecture. This is not entertainment channel, it's not entertainment institutions. This is the special training institutions for the special people and even for the anointed people. So I'd like to welcome you into our online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania in square bracket OLENJOLAM. Simultaneously, because I'm going to teach you about basic engineering and scientific mathematics, so we have simultaneous questions that we're going to solve them. Right? I'd like to welcome you into one of our YouTube channels that currently we use to provide this training through YouTube. And this is the name of our YouTube channel. It's called Online Diploma Polyinstitute of Tanzania in square bracket OLENJOLAM. So I would like to remind you quickly about the vision that we have, because you know the Word of God says that if there's no visions, people perish. So if I don't have a visions in these platforms, I'm going to perish. And if you don't have visions in this platform, you are going to perish. So I would like to remind you in brief that what visions we have and what is being written in our mind that we should not, does not make us to give up. So this is the vision that God has revealed in our heart, and also He insisted us to tell our students, right? So I have a responsibility. God has given me an assignment to teach, to train, to incubate, to mentor, and even to lead some group of students who will be ready to take the classroom instructions and combine that instructions from fundamental courses in diploma as basic technicians and the core or the core modules, right? The core modules or the core courses, in order to combine it with the knowledge of the Word of God that comes from the Bible, right? In order to solve the real life problem. So simply, in a simple phrase, because I've been explaining these visions several times, so you have to watch some other previous videos where I've explained these visions in detail. These are the visions written in our mind. We have an assignment to teach, incubate, train, mentor, lead some group of students who are ready to take the classroom instructions in fundamental courses and core courses, to combine with the knowledge of Word of God, or with the knowledge come from the Word of God, in order to solve real life problems. When we talk about real life problems, that's the complex phenomena, and there are different sizes of the real life problems, and there's a different way that you can define it. What am I telling you? It can take some months and even some years to build it in your mind, but that's what is in our mind. That's what we expect after 5 years. Well, soon after we have launched these programs, we expect to find such kind of a community. So, however, that in these programs we'll be teaching you about your formal or some of the courses or modules that you are learning in the class. But at the beginnings of these programs, later on we can add so many informations later on. But the point is, we want to reduce your stress, because I've been in one of the institutions in Tanzania that's called the Institute of Technology. Real students are stressed, even they forget the real life problems that they are waiting for them to solve because of the normal, it means that because of the confusion or even the complexity they find when they are learning some of the fundamental courses, especially mathematics. So that's why. So the main objective of this program, or the main objective or the main goal of Online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania, is not to train students to pass exams. Is to train students on how to solve real life problems, from the small scale real life problems, medium scale real life problems, large scale medium problems, and extraordinary large scale real life problems. So even myself right now, I'm solving the problems that has been prepared for me to solve before I leave this world. What problems am I solving? You fail to go through the basic engineering and scientific mathematics yourself, so you need a teacher, and that's why God has sent me in your life. So that division. So we have some specific objective in this in online undergraduate, in online diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania. One of the specific objective will be, first of all, will be teach you and mentor you and transform you from hating mathematics into loving mathematics. But again, so we'll be changing your mind to think that mathematics is not a difficult subject. And mathematics is not a national disease. Mathematics is a very important tool to solve real life problems. So that's what the business that we are going to do. And we have some departments in online diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania. One of the departments is called Basic Engineering and Scientific Mathematics, where we are training these basic technicians, because you know that according to the NATE perspective or NATE curriculums, it means that this is all about competence-based, right? So because it's all about competence-based, I would like to prepare basic technicians who will be doing great things in our country and even internationally. So if you are an international student, don't get confused. The basic engineering and scientific mathematics that I'm going to teach for the diploma is universal. First of all, that we at Tanzania, we don't have our own mathematics. We have never discovered anything else that in mathematics. So it means that the mathematics we are learning is come from those developed countries that we call them, and it has been invented and useful in all aspects of life in worldwide. So whether you're international students, maybe you are a Nigerian student, or you're students in Nigeria, or you are from maybe Egypt, you're students from UK, United Kingdoms, you're students from North America, don't get confused and don't get disappointed because I mentioned Tanzania. I'm Tanzanian and I'm doing this by using the curriculums of Tanzania, but the contents are not limited for the boundaries of Tanzania. The contents are international. So whether you're international students or you're a national parent or guardians, tell your kids that there's a light for basic engineering and scientific mathematics for ordinary diploma. This is the time now to keep this stuff. And this is the time now to overcome the changes and to solve the real life problems. So I don't want to waste much of your time. Let me take you to pour out myself, and you have to understand that God is in charge of this program. In case also you feel that you want to offer God your free willing Thanksgiving offering for this program, because it's actually a very expensive program. I could even charge you a lot of money, but God didn't give me permission for this moment because He's the one who is in charge for this program. But He gave me a permission to invite you in case you want to participate on the running cost. So many lectures and so many videos of basic engineering and scientific mathematics should be in air, so you can learn them, and even your children's learn them anywhere at any time. So you can send your free willing Thanksgiving through this telephone number 0759745331 and send it to heaven through this program. And believe me that to be received, and registered names is Olenjolai&Nekinyi. In case you want to do the bond transactions, you can just read the descriptions below so that you can get the more information. So let us go to the lecture. Are you ready for that? Okay, good. So always this time. So we are in Department of Basic Engineering and Scientific Mathematics. The course of the modules is called Algebra, and this is all about, we'll be learning about ordinary algebra and Boolean algebra. And it's very interesting because, I've enjoyed Boolean algebra in electronics. So I will be teaching you in different ways. Regardless of whether you're civil, basic technicians, don't worry. You need Boolean algebra the rest of your life because you're using computer, and computer is the result of Boolean algebra. Okay, so chapter 1, this is Indices and Logarithms. We are in lecture 4, so we have already taught you lecture 00. So, I mean that we have already taught you lecture 00, lecture 01, lecture 02, lecture 03. Right? So lecture 00 is general introductions of what basic engineering and scientific mathematics for ordinary diploma, NTA level 4 to NTA level 6. So in Tanzania, especially for NAT, we have NTA level. So this is a module for the NTA level 4. So this is for the first year, not second year, excuse me. This module is for the first year and professionally taught at the Institute of Technology. So simply this we call the NTA level 4. So the contents to prepare the basic technicians of NTA level 4. But if you're international, don't be separated with that. Okay, so you have so let me do the quick review to link this lecture 4. Quick review. Say quick review. Quick review of what of lecture 3. Possibly you took lecture 3 and you forgot its content. So in lecture 3, I built a strong foundations in your mind about laws of logarithms. Laws of what? Laws of logarithm. If you do remember, in lecture 2, I talked about types of logarithm. We say that we have 2 types of logarithm in math. We have the first type we call the common logarithm, and also which is this we call the log, and also we have natural logarithm. And this natural logarithms is the one that we are calling ln, right? So in lecture 3, I spent much of my time to teach about laws of logarithm. And I began with those common law of logarithms that you learned during your Form 2, for those who have did the class 9, the class 10s, or Form 2 or class 10, for the international students, class 10. So we learned it in class 10 or in Form 2 about logarithms. And we learned basically about 4 laws. So I repeated those laws and I enlarged the term. So for instance, we say that log of AB, if you have log times B, this is equal to log of A plus log of B. So remember that this is base 10 and this is base 10. For natural logarithm, ln of A times B also, I told you that this is equal to ln of A plus ln of B, if you do remember. Against the basic rules that we said that if you have log of, let's say, nth root of A, this is equal to 1 over n, then we have log of A base 10, right? So similarly for ln, we say that ln of nth root of A, this is equal to a half ln of A. So I have taught you so many laws, and especially that one of the law, which was the last one, I taught you about changing the base of logarithm. So just I want to remind you quickly before I go. So we say that if you have log of A base B, this I can change. And then it becomes, if I change the base to become a log and log becomes what? The number becomes the base. So this will be 1 over log of B base A. Why? So that's the point that you have to remember. So today, I want to teach you about problem solving. So let us now solve questions. So there will be solving questions regarding about indices and the logarithms, because I told you in lecture 2 that there's a close relationship between exponent and the logarithm. There's a close relationship between common logarithm and the common exponent function. And there's a close relationship between natural logarithm and natural exponential function. So then now let us go to the example 4. So this is the example 4. Say example 4. So let me begin this straightforward with example 4, and we'll see how we navigate. I always begin with simple, the simplest example, and then we'll get into more challenging examples. Solve for x. So solve for x in this question, that we have 2 power x. Solve for x is equal to 5. How can you find the value of x? So for x, I'll find the value of x. So first of all, is this logarithmic function? No, this is the exponential function. This is base, this is indices, this is the number, right? So solution. This is one of the simplest questions you can do, even primary students can do it. Solution. So if we be given that 2 power x is equal to 5, the best way that to find the value of x, we have to follow a few steps. In the first step, we say that introduce logarithm or log to both sides. Okay, to both sides. Logarithms to both sides. So you have 2 power x is equal to 5. So if you introduce log, so you have log of 2 power x is equal to log of 5. So this is log base 10. So remember this is log base 10. So it's base 10. We can write or we cannot write. So if I write like this one, this also is similar. If I write log of 2 base x power x, then this is equal to log of 5. So this is equation 1, let's say. Okay, equation 1. So let's say that introduce both sides of 40 of equation 1. So this is equation 1. Because I like to solve in terms of equation. This is equation 2. Do you love basic engineering and scientific mathematics? Tell me in the comment sections. You're enjoying this content from which country? You're enjoying this content from which continent? You're enjoying this content from which city? You're enjoying this content from which institutions or which university or which place? Tell me in the comment sections, please. I'll be happy to hear about where do you enjoy and deliver these contents, because I would like to see these contents spreading worldwide in the entire nation of Tanzania, all 31 regions. Remember that these contents also, they can help students who are studying in Karume Institute of Science and Technology, in Zanzibar State University, in Zanzibar University of Zanzibar. So even in Zanzibar and Pemba and Pemba, they can enjoy this stuff. Not only Tanzania, mainland, so even Zanzibar Island. These contents are very important for them. Okay. So let us go to the second step. So the second step, we say that make x, no, so we say that let us apply laws, okay, law of what? Of exponent. Law of exponent, or we call it law of exponent, yes, kind of law of exponent, or law of what? Of exponents or law of logarithms. Okay, law of logarithm. Okay, let me say that law of logarithm in equation 2. So let us recall equation 2. It is log of 2 power x is equal to what? Log of 5. So with laws of logarithms, this x you can become the coefficient. Okay, so you have log of 2 right now is equal to log of 5. So let us simplify and make x the subject. So if you read this way, we can say that this is equation 3. So I want to teach you slowly and step to step. Third step, we say that let us make what? X the subject. So to make x the subject in this equation, we can have that here we have x log of 2, regardless of your level of mathematics. Believe me, with this program, you will understand basically engineering and scientific mathematics. So this is log of 2, right? So then here we have x is equal to what? Is equal to log of 5 over log of 2. So then you have to use your scientific calculator, right, to compute log of 5 and log of 2. Afterward, then you divide them, right? So I have my scientific calculator. In case also you don't have this scientific calculator, we're gonna use it in the entire course of algebra and even other courses or other mathematics, engineering and mathematics courses. So in case you don't have this scientific calculator and you're in Tanzania, go to the descriptions of this video. You will see how much does it cost, because we have different types of scientific calculator, but we're really recommending Casio function 901 MS. So, and you can see the shipping cost to any regions, and even including Zanzibar and Unguja, so we can ship it to you the original scientific calculator with a guarantee, right? So you have, so it means that just you have to press log of 5. So log of 5 by using the scientific calculator, it is 0.69989870004. That's divided by what? Divided by log of 2. So we have again log of 2 base 10. Log of 2 base 10, this is equal to 0.3010299995. So the value of x, this is equal to what? Is equal to log of 5 over the answer. So the value of x is 2.3219. So you can estimate in 3 decimal places that the value of x is 2.322. Okay, 2.322. So that's the value. If real, so you can test. Now you can have a test, but this is a roughly test. So if you test, you take 2 power 2.3219. Is it equal to 5? So just you take 2 power 2.3, because it's the goodness of logarithmic equations, because you can test the response. The answer, if you test with this one, 2.0, so 2 power 2.322, the answer of this one is 5.00249, etc. So that's the response of this question. So therefore, because I have to conclude, I believe that now you began to enjoy the beauty of basic engineering and scientific mathematics. So I say that therefore x is 2.322. That's the response for that question. We are done. Let us go to example 5. Example 5. Example 5 state that find the value of x in this question. So what the question is, you'll be given twice x times what? Twice x times 2 power x plus 1 is equal to what? Is equal to 10. Okay? So that are the questions that we have. So we have to solve it. Okay? We have to solve it. So how can you solve it? It's not difficult because we know laws of exponent solution. Now laws of exponents and laws of logarithm. So here we have 2 power x. Maybe we can write it this way. You can also write it like 2 power x plus 1 is equal to 10. So suppose that this is equation 1. So we begin our journey. The first step, this question is in exponential form. So remember that we can change any equation that is in exponential form into logarithmic form, and also we can change any questions which is in logarithmic form into the exponential form. I told you, refer the previous lecture. So the second step, we say that let us apply common logarithms of base 10 to both sides of equation 1. Of equation 1. Okay? Equation 1. So here, if you apply, we have log of base 10 of what? Of 2 power x, and then we multiply with what? With 2 power x plus 1, right? You can write the normal x, don't worry. And then here we have log of 40, log of 10, base 10, and here it's base 10. Right? Good. So we have to check this base. You can even simplify at this point at this base before even apply log. Right? I think that that's the best thing. The first step. Excuse me. I think that we left one, we jumped one step. So first of all, we say that simplify left hand side of equation 1, okay, by using laws of what? Exponent. By laws of exponent, if you do remember that, we call this law that if you have, let's say, with x power a times what? X power b, this is equal to x power a plus b. So if you multiply two exponents to the common base, then is equal to the one base, or that common base, power the sum of its indices, the sum of its index, right? So that is. So again, so you can have even y power a times y power c. This is equal to y power a plus what is c. Similarly, on the left hand side we have 2x, then we multiply with 2 power, so 2 power 2x plus 1, 2 power x plus 1. So this one, by the laws of exponent, these are the two exponential function, common exponential function, but they have the same base, which is 2. So you can add the exponent, this x plus 1. So in this case now, we say that this is 2, x plus x, it is twice x plus 1. So it means that now 2 power x times 2 power x plus 1, this is equal to 2 power 2x plus 1, and this is equal to 10. So you have to find the value of x. So simply we say that 2 power 2x plus 1, this is equal to 10, and this is equation 2. So we go for the second step. So the second step now, we say that let us apply logarithms, or log of 10, logarithms of base 10 to both sides. Of equation 2. So we are applying log on this side. So log of 2 or 2x plus 1. And this is equal to log of 10. That is base 10, and here it is base 10. So if this is the case, we say that this is log of 40 of 2x plus 1, but this is log weight, so it's log of 2. So this is log, remember base 10 of 2, 2x plus 1 is equal to log of 10 base 10. So after we apply, now we make equation 3. So we say that the steady state, we say that we have to apply what laws of logarithm, of common logarithm. Laws of logarithm, if you apply on the left side, on both sides of equation 3. So if you apply on this side, it will be 2x plus 1, and this is log of 2 base 10, right? On this side, if you apply log of 10 base 10, this is equal to 1. Why? Remember the law that I taught you, and even we taught you during the form to log of a base a, this is equal to 1. Log of b base b is equal to 1. Log of 10 base 10 is equal to 1. Okay, so if that's the case, that now we have 2x plus 1, and then so log of 2 base 10 is equal to what? To 1. So then this is what? Equation 4, because it's differently from equation 3. So then remember our objective, we are looking at the value of 40 of x. Do you enjoy the beauty of basic engineering and scientific mathematics? Tell me in the comment section, please. So if this is the case, we say that, okay, looking for the value of x. So we say that we go for the first state, right? First simplest state. We say that we make x the subject. So if we make x the subject, then what we say? So on this side, so we shall have 2x plus 1, and then here we have log of 2 is equal to 1. So divided by log of 2, and here divided by log of 2. Right? So in this case, we usually use to simplify like this. So then we say that this is 2x plus 1 is equal to what? Is equal to 1 over log 2. Right? 1 over log 2 base 10. So if, okay, we make x, so we can find the value of this expression, or you can just keep on making x the subject, because you know you love mathematics to make x the subject. 2x plus 1 minus 1, so you have to minus by 1 to both sides of this equation, log 2, so we have to minus by 1. So on the left hand side, you have 2x plus 0 is equal to 1 over logarithms of 2 base 10 minus 1. So you have divide by 2, and also on this side divide by 2. So now our x is equal to 1 over log of 2 base 2 minus 1, and then the response of the numerator we divide by 2. So then x is equal to 1. So 1 over log 2, so you just set into your scientific calculator. And I said if you don't have a scientific calculator, don't get confused, don't get stressed. The online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania is also providing the resources, the learning resources, the books, right? The scientific calculators, even later on so that we can sell even the computers. Keep on praying for us, right? So log of 40, log of 2. So you say that this is 3.32. So these are the numerator is 3.32, and I want to do it step to step so you can track yourself, because we like even those students who hate mathematics to love it. So then we have to subtract it by 1, and then we have divide by 2, and the answer it is 1.2160.9, like that one. So then this is equal to x. X is 1.2161. And you can test. So how you can test? Take these values 1.12 and then insert it here. So 1.1, so take 1.161, you multiply by 2, then you add with 1, and then so you take 2 power toward the answer. Answer is 10.0000. Wow, we got it right. So that's the goodness of indices or solving problems in exponents and logarithmic, because you can prove the answer before you collect your booklet, your answer booklet, right? That's the beauty of exponent and logarithm. So let me teach you more examples, because these are still fundamental examples. Still have some more examples which will make you think differently. Okay, so now let me take you into another example, which will be example 6. Say example 6. Say example 6. So say example 6. Are you ready for example 6? Example 6, now the question is in logarithm, still in exponential form. So now we will be given the two equations which have two different variables. Solve for x and the y. So for x and the y, given that 2 power, no, not 2, it's a mix. This question comprises log. So log of y base x, this is equal to 2. And also another equation is in exponents, 2 power y, this is equal to 4 power x. The questions ask us to solve for x and y, or find the value of x and y. So in other ways, you can find the same questions asked that find the values of 40 of x and the y. Interesting, right? So it is the case, we say that, okay, it's fine. So let us solve. So we say that, well, solution. Don't worry about the format. You can write your equations here clearly. Log of y base x, this is equal to 2, and then you have 2 power y is equal to 4 power x. Okay, 4 power x. So to deal with these types of the functions, you have to be careful, and you have to use also laws of logarithm, and even sometimes that you'll find that you can simplify the stuff. So the first step, so suppose that this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, right? So the first step, we say that, simplify, by using the law, simplify equation 2. How do you simplify equation 2? We know that we have 2 power y, okay? And then is equal to 4x, but 4 is a multiple of 2. So you have 2 power 2 times 30x. So this will make 2 power 2x. Okay? So this, we are still dealing, we begin with simplifying the question in exponential form. So here we have 2 power y, this is 2 power 2x, right? 2 power 2x. So we have the same base. So you know what happens there? You know what happens? So we have 40 with the same base. Okay. So then let us say that, okay, so you have the same base. So we say that from this one means we say the second step. So we say that cancel the same base. The same base. So how do we cancel the same base? Base here is 2, and on right hand side base also is 2. So if we cancel this base, we find y is equal to 2x. So this is a new equation, we call it equation 3. Right? So we've been dealing with equation 2. So now the third step, we say that let us simplify it. So let us express equation what? Equation 1 in exponential form. So we see that exponential form. And then we'll see how does it relate to equation 3. So question 1, it is log of y base x is equal to what? Is equal to 2. So if you express in exponential form, x, the base will be the exponent, will be the base of exponent, and 2 become the index of the exponent, is equal to 1. So you see, so x squared is equal to what? To 1. So then this is equation, a new equation 4. So because it's new equation 4, what can you notice? The right hand side of equation 4 is equal to the left hand side of equation 3. So we say that we go for the first step. The first step, we say that equate what? Equate equation 3 and the equation 4. If you have any question, ask in the comment section, please. So if you equate, we find that x squared is equal to twice x, right? So we have now the new equation, which is going to equation 5. So because we have equation 5, then now we have to solve for x. Okay, so equation 5 will help us to get the value of x. So we have the fifth step. Fifth step, we say that solve for x in equation 5. So it means that we have x squared, we have to bring the 2x on the left hand side. This is equal to 0. So you have to solve what it. So that is what is solving what it. That's what it. That's it. That's what it. That's what it. That's what it. That's what it. That's the quadratic equation. Okay. So in this quadratic equation, x is common, so you have to take x out. Then you have x minus 2 is equal to 0. So any quadratic equations, it turns to the conditions, to the discriminant conditions. We can have two distinct roots, we can have equal roots, we can have complex roots. So for this case, if you simplify, we find that x is equal to 0, and then x minus 2 is equal to 0, and xc is equal to 2. So you have xc is equal to 0, and xc is equal to 2. So we have how many values of what of x? So you remember that. You cannot decide whether that, because between these two values, one value is correct and one is not correct. But you cannot decide on your eye. So if you write that in the values of x here, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2, you form this, but you are the mathematicians, you have to think, are these two values of x satisfying both equation 1 and equation 2? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. But let us find for y, because we know the value of x and the value of the first value of x, and this is the second value of x. So you can find the first value of y and the second value of y. That's what you have to expect, and then make decision. So we go for the sixth step. The sixth step, we say that substitute. We say that we can use which equations? We can use even the equation substitute. X is equal to 0 in what? In equation 2. Right? So equation 2, which is 2 power y, is equal to what? 4 power x. What is 4? 4 power 2x. Right? So 2 power y is equal to 2 power 2x, because we remember that these expressions. So simply, you can cancel the base, and we find that y is equal to twice x, just like in equation 3. So what the value of x? Value of x is equal to 0. Then the answer, the value of y also is 0. So then we come, when x is equal to what? X is equal to 2, what the value of y? So from this equation, right? So y, remember this was equation 3. So y is equal to 2. What the value of x? It is 2. So the answer is equal to what? 4. So the values of y, the first value of y is equal to 0, and y is equal to 4. So then now, you see, when x is equal to 0, y also is equal to 0. And also when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 4. So you have to test. So you got the sixth step. The sixth step, we say that test what? Testing the values of x and y in what? Equation 1 and 2. If they do satisfy. If they satisfy. They satisfy them. So, how to test? So I have to begin with we are given log if for equation 1, log of y base x, log of y base x is equal to 2. So log of 0 base 0, we don't know. Log of 0, yes. Log of 0 base 0, log of 0 base 0, that is not equal to what? That is not equal to but let me express this equation for the easiest simplicity in exponential form. X squared is equal to 1. X is x squared, x is the base, is the index, and this is the value. So we want to test it if x is, so 0 squared, is it equal to 0? Yes. So it means that x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 satisfy equation 1. Then I have to test it for equation 2. For equation 2, we'll be given that 2 power y is equal to 4 power x. Isn't it? Let me check. Yeah. Yeah, 2 power y is equal to 4 power x. So then what the value of y we are testing? Y is 0 and 4 is 0. So the answer is equal to 1. So these two values, so the answer on this side is equal to 1 is equal to 1. So therefore, the values of x and y are 0, respectively. So this is the first value that satisfies. Now let us test it. So we have x squared is equal to y, and also we have 2 power y is equal to 4 power x. Let us test when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. So if we test on this in this equation, x is 2, so 2 squared, this is equal to 4. Is it true? Yeah. 2 power 2, it is 4. On this side, 2 power 4. Is it equal to 4 power 2? You see? So you find that 2 power 4 is 16. 4 power 2 is 16. So both values satisfies. Right? So both values satisfy. So the values of x and y are so we can write it this way. The values of y are 0, 0. Okay? No. So you say that x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 satisfies what? Both equations. Okay? So what do we say that? We say that therefore, you can write this answer in this form, that x is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 0 when y is equal to 0. And then also x is equal to 2 when y is equal to 4. That's the response of that question. Right? So you see that how indices or how questions of index or exponents and logarithmic for the best technicians have to be solved. But remember that I told you that I'm always starting from the simplest examples and then to the medium examples, to the difficult examples, to the complex examples. So these are right now that at least that I'm taking you to the very interesting point. So let me solve example. We began with example 4, example 5, example 6. This is the example 7. And then I'll leave the homework for you. And you have to get prepared for the lecture 5, where I will keep on solving different problems because I want you to be competent in this topic. So example 4, 5, 6. So this is the example 7. Example 7. And then example 8 will be homework. It will be, I'm about to end this session. Okay? Evaluate value of x. So now we have a radical. So remember, there's a close relationship between radical and exponential. This is radical of x plus 9. And this is equal to 9 minus square root of x. So solve for what? For x. Solution. It's a very simple question because you have to make x the subject, whether on left hand side of the equations or right hand side of the equation. So in this case, we say that the solution. So the first step, we say that the square to both sides. So suppose that this is equation 1. Under root x plus 9 is equal to 9 minus under root x. So suppose this is equation 1. Both sides of equation 1. So this is x plus 9, which is the square root. And this is 9 minus square root of x. This is if you square both sides. So if you square both sides, on the left hand side it will be x plus 9, and this one will be 9 square minus 18 root of x. Then this will say that in plus x, because square root of x square, you get what? You get x. What I did, I took 9, and then I took this times this and this times this. I got this one, and root of x. Then I took square root of x, I squared, and finally I got it is because this is x power half. If you square, you get x like that one, right? And then because it is negative square root of x times negative square root of x, it becomes positive. So square root of x times square root of x is equal to x. So this makes x plus 9 is equal to 81 minus 18 square root of x plus x. Okay? So this is equation 2. The second step, let me collect like terms, because those we call them like terms of algebraic equation. On left hand side, I had x plus 9. On right hand side, I have 81 minus what? Minus 18 square root of x, and then plus 40 plus x. First of all, this x and this x cancel. So if they cancel, we have 9 is equal to 81 minus 18 square root of x. So I can bring these expressions on this side and bring 9 on this side. So if I do that, on this side I have 18 square root of x is equal to what? Is equal to 81 minus 9. So if I simplify 81 minus 9, this makes 81 minus 9, so it makes what? It makes 72. Or 72 plus 9 is equal to 81. So on this side we have 18 square root of x is equal to 72. So we have divided by 18. On this side we divide by 18. So you have square root of x is equal to that divisions. So 72, so you have to use your scientific calculator that I told you. In case you don't have it, you can order it from online Diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania. So the answer is 4. So you are looking for the value of x. So you have to square both sides. So now we find the value of x is equal to 16. Right? Is equal to 16. So if it's equal to 16, then we ask that to evaluate the value of x. And we say, therefore, x is equal to 16. We're done. See how simple it is? So it's very interesting, and you can test, because you'll be given this equation. Just take 16 plus 5. Now 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. 25, find the square root of 25 is equal to what? Square root of 25 is equal to 5. Then take 16, put here. Square root of 16 is equal to what? 4. 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. Then we are done. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So I don't expect any of my students to miss all the marks in any questions of 40 exponent and the indices, exponent and or indices and logarithm. So now it's the time for homework. This is homework 4. Did you do homework 3, homework 2? Okay, I didn't leave homework 3 and homework 2, I think. Yeah, I didn't leave it. Homework 4. And this homework 4 is our example 8. Make sure that you do it and submit your solutions in the comment section. Okay, so the question asks you that to find the value of x, which satisfies the equation below. We satisfy the equation below. And this equation is log of x base 2. This is equal to log of x plus 6. Okay? So this is log of x base 2. Log of x base 2 is equal to log of x plus 6 base 4. Okay. So this is the problem that we have. Find the value of x we satisfy the equation below. Okay. So this is your homework. Find the value of x we satisfy the equation below. Log of x base 2 is equal to log of x plus 6 base 4. Very interesting. We will give you a little bit challenge, but make sure that you do. You submit your work in the comment section. In case you find some troubles, don't worry. Olenjolai is there, has been sent by God to help you in order to enjoy the beauty of basic and basic engineering and scientific mathematics. Okay, I thank God who have given me a gift of teaching. I thank God who have given me this idea of teaching national and international students at any time and anywhere. And I thank God who have been with me in preparations and teaching of this lecture 4, which is problem solving in logarithms and indices. And I thank God who have given you a chance to watch and receive this valid information for the rest of your life. May God keep you, and I am real praying, and I would like to invite you in lecture 5 when that I will keep on teaching you on problem solving of logarithms and indices, and at least they will be a little bit challenging compared to the previous one that I have taught you. Just to remind you, make sure that you subscribe onto our YouTube channels, and also make sure that also you share these contents, you read the descriptions below to get so many informations, and in case that you are lacking some of the reference material or even the scientific calculator, make sure that you order it and read descriptions and you see that the methodology that how you can order, and share these contents with other ordinary diploma students in the country of United Republic of Tanzania, or even in any country in African continents, in Asia, in North America, in South America, in Australia, and in different countries that share these contents that there's something else which is well arranged and well prepared in order to prepare basic technicians who are competent enough in solving real life problems which need the technical mind, and also need mathematics as one of the two. So remember that this we have so many. We are also training the second year ordinary diploma students in online diploma Polytechnic Institute of Tanzania, and also we are training also the third year students who we call them NK level 6 in the same channel. So just to check the playlist there, visit the playlist. Next, all of these contents we are going to put them in one playlist. So make sure that once you get into our online onto our YouTube channels at Online Diploma Polyinstit of Tanzania, Olenjolai, in square bracket Olenjolai, you visit into the playlist. There's a playlist for indices and the logarithm. So you'll find all the 4 lectures, all the 5 lectures that we have already taught, and even other lectures that we're going to teach them, we'll place them there in order for you to learn them sequentially. So may God bless you. I really thank you for joining me. I invite you in lecture 5, where we keep on solving problems together. Stay connected and stay enjoying the beauty of Queen of Engineering, that is Basic Engineering and Scientific Mathematics. And let us meet there as long as God will give you a chance to be together. Okay.